Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 19th of March. Now, just before I get started, I hope you guys are following the protests in France. They're huge mongers, quite violent. It's all happening in France, Paris. Go check out some of the videos on YouTube. It's quite volatile and it's quite scary. It's about the pension age, so they're saying, but we know there'd be a lot more reasons why people are fighting back against Macron and their government. Go check some of those out. Oh, I think there's also been a big earthquake in, is it Ecuador? There's so many shifts and things going on globally, guys. It's just all happening this year, isn't it? We've kicked off and it's all go at the moment. There's a lot going on. So take care, anyone who's living in Ecuador. I mean, these are not nice things to go through. Look at what Turkey's been through. Just horrible. All right, I'll close my eyes. I'll get started. Some of you have been asking about the Netherlands. Fingers crossed something comes up about the Netherlands. I'll see what I get in this reading. So let's get started, guys. We'll see what comes up. God, I'm getting a flipping of a coin. So it's showing me, you know how when you go to see, for example, in a sporting game, if you want to know who's going to bat and who's going to bowl, say cricket, and they flip a coin, I'm getting that. These global leaders might now be flipping coins to see who's going to bring out what and who's going to do that. And let's flip a coin and see. You guys can then bring out the digital ID, you guys can bring out the renewable, you can do this kind of thing. There's a lot of this flipping of the coin now between governments because they're wanting to mix it up. See, they don't want more people standing up. I always say if they bring everything out all at the one time, imagine if they did global 15-minute cities, the whole world would be standing up, wouldn't they? We know there's more to this in France than just the pension age. Being changed from 62 to 64. We know that's BS. There'd be a lot more to that story. We only get told what we're fed, remember? So I'm getting that flipping of the coin. They're flipping as to who's going to do what, who's going to bat and who's going to bowl. This is kind of just the example of who's going to bring what out. Oh, God, do they have to bring anything out? Oh, my God. That's just what I'm getting. There's a lot of coin flipping to who's going to bring out what. This is the government elites and leaders. Government leaders, rather. They're trying to decide who's going to bring out what next. Well, they pretend, they just bring things out like we're all invisible and we don't exist and we're not even aware of anything, but yet we are, aren't we, guys? We are on this channel. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting that song Day Tripper. We've heard that song before here. It's the Beatles, isn't it? Day Tripper, one way ticket, yeah. Took me so long to find out. I found out. I'm getting that song around the 15-minute cities. Basically what they're saying is people will only be able to do day trips. And even then, that's not even a day trip, is it? Because you could go for a day trip, you usually drive for an hour, hour and a half. Like, for example, I live in the country and to go to the beach is like an hour and a half. We're not even going to be day trippers. The day tripper will be just going to the shops and back. That's what the guides are saying. If these 15-minute cities get locked in, people aren't even going to be able to be day trippers anymore. They're going to be so tightly restricted moving forward. See, they don't want us moving around. We know that. So I'm getting that song Day Tripper. But that's also for us too. The guides are saying make sure we take like day trips, that we go and do different things that get us out of our... See, a lot of us have big homebodies. We tend to stay in our local surrounds. But sometimes the guides are saying it's good for us to do little day trips as well to get our mind on other things. I think this is more about our mental health. Just mix it up a bit, guys. Let's not get too routine is what the guides are trying to say. We don't want to get stale in our environment. We need to freshen things up and be these day trippers that just, might be that you go for a picnic. We talked about that yesterday. It might be just that you go for a swim down the coast. You do something spontaneous and different and just be these day trippers at the moment, because that's how you're kind of going to navigate all this nonsense that's currently happening globally, because we know it is. All right, let's see where else we go. I'm getting Germany, France, Belgium, Munich. All go. It's all go. It's like the people are beating the whip now on their government. Oh, this is so good. People are beating the whip. They're whipping their government. But the thing is, the difference with the people is they're not hitting their government. They're just cracking the whip and scaring their government. That's what's happening in these parts. This is so good. You know how when you crack a whip near a horse, they tend to bolt? I don't mean that they're literally whipping their government. I feel like it sometimes. But this is what I'm saying. This is about just scaring their government. These people in these areas are scaring their government. The fight backs are scaring government. And we know they bring in their little UN troops to beat everyone to a pulp. But as we always get told, when there's people en masse, it makes a difference because it's an energy vibration that pushes back against government. So I'm getting that for those areas. They're cracking the whip on their government, which is good. And it's making their government take off. It's a start, guys. Come on, it's a start. We have to stay positive. All right, let's see where else we go. God, they're showing all of us, guys. And it's like something out of a kid's movie, honestly. They're showing us climbing up a tree, and we're in this tree house now. We're very safe, high in this tree, in a tree house. Oh, because we're exhausted. We keep wanting to remove ourselves from this, guys. And I keep getting that song, we are young, we are free, da-da-da, da-da-da, feel all right. See, we feel all right, but we keep making sure that we do. We keep having to do the work and the homework to keep ourselves feeling all right. So now they've got us like climbing up into a tree house. And if you think of that energy, when you were a kid, like if someone had a tree house, it was like a huge deal. Everybody wanted to go to their house and climb up the tree house. And it was like, you know what it felt like as a kid? We were only, you were only little, but it felt like you were the king of the castle. It felt like you had some power in your life. Because as a kid, let's face it, you feel very powerless, don't you? And that government has made a lot of people feel very powerless over the last few years. Not you. If you're watching my channel, we chose to take our power back. That's why they're showing us in this treehouse. We know how to enjoy these beautiful moments. You think of a treehouse, you're up in the trees, there's the birds, there's the leaves rustling in the wind. It's a sense of freedom if you're up in a treehouse. Parents kind of don't enter tree houses. It's like a little safe place. It's like a cubby house, same kind of concept. And that's what I'm getting for us. We're in this childlike mentality now, which is very safe. That's why we're getting the tree house. We've got back our sense of power and belonging. It's also like belonging, because often there'll be 2 or 3 kids or little gang that hangs out in a treehouse. It's that sense of belonging. So we've found our little sense of belonging. I'd say that's here on Terabella, really, on my channel. A lot of us have come together with similar beliefs and thoughts, and we've been through very similar experiences too. So I'm getting visuals of all of us just hanging out in the treehouse, just chilling and enjoying our lives from afar again with a good vantage point. If you think of a treehouse, they're usually up pretty high, and we feel like we've got our power back again. And I would say too, that's because the truths are coming out. The truths are starting to spill out now. They're bubbling over. They're showing me the saucepan with all the water bubbling over. It's really good, guys. It is happening. The truths are coming out. Oh, and we don't even have to do anything. It's just happening organically. It's so good. All right, let's see where else we go. Oh, get New Zealand. I love that analogy yesterday of Hippo with the feet on the shoes, feet in the wrong shoes, and like how he's so awkward. But I am getting now fight backs, protests, New Zealand. They're coming. They're around the corner. They're around the corner. And see, what the guys are saying about New Zealand, you're a very rich nation. You're very rich in resources. And I mean, you tend to associate sheeps, I know, with New Zealand. That's what most of us associate with New Zealand. But there's a lot of industry, and it's a very productive industry. So why the hell, and this is what people are asking, would their government, meaning Hippo, be destroying that? Why would you destroy your best resources? It's just what I'm getting for New Zealand. That's what's waking people up. They're not understanding where this is all headed and where it's going. But there's no logic. See, people are waking up to the fact that why are they ruining our best resources? That's what I'm getting for New Zealand. All right, let's see where else we go. I'm getting Netherlands, and I'm getting the commodities. I am getting the commodities, which is the products, the buying and selling of the products. I feel like there's real evil lurking beneath that in the Netherlands. People in the Netherlands, they've hardly got any energy to go on at all. It's so sad what's going on over there. But I am getting there's this underlying current of evil darkness in the Netherlands. It's showing me, we know what's going on over there. We understand that the farmers are being taken down and they've fought back really hard, and then they've been knocked down and then they've fought back really hard. We know this journey's been going on. It's starting to destroy a lot of the farmers over there mentally. But I feel there's this darkness. There's a darkness that's trying to take all the light out of the Netherlands. And I feel like there's a few, I would say the word corrupted farmers. There's a few corrupted, I would actually say there's actual corrupted communicators that are communicating things back to the government or whoever's in charge. I feel like you've got some, what do you call them? Those, like not undercover, but you've got sneaky dobbers, I feel, in the Netherlands. Someone's letting people in on the information. The information's getting out. When farmers and people are coming together and having their meetings of how to move forward, I feel like a lot of that information is going back to the government leaders and the parliamentary leaders and the people in charge. There's leaks. You've got it's almost like you have, in the Netherlands, they've sent in like farmer spies. Oh God, it's sounding like a James Bond movie over there. But I am getting that they've sent in, I know this sounds really far-fetched, but nothing surprises us here on my channel. They've actually got spies planted now so they can keep up to date with the information, what the farmers are attempting to do, what they're up to. So you have to be very careful of that over there, the things you're saying and who you can trust and not trust. I do feel like they've planted some, just saying spies. Spies. What the hell? So bad over there, isn't it? It is, guys. They're really knocking those farmers really hard over there. I guess you could say it's like undercover farmers to seek out information and give the people rolling everything out the feedback. That's so sad, isn't it? It's not fair. Let me see if there's something else. Hang on. I'm getting that the Netherlands people are very frightened. They're scared. They're starting to feel the wicked ways of their government. They are. The people waking up, are starting to feel the wicked ways of their government. They can feel now that giant takeover, and it's starting to like wash over them like the wave in Netherlands. This is the people waking up, not you if you're watching my channel, but they're starting to feel that wave of emotion and fear and dread is coming over a lot of people in Netherlands. I still reckon they'll stand though. People don't want it. They don't want all this. Oh, they know they're being lied to. That's all becoming exposed now in the Netherlands. Because it just feels stupid. The people think all these ideas are stupid. That's what I'm getting. And they are. They're absolutely ridiculous. Cow burps and farts, honestly. Taxing those. So I am getting that. And the people are absolutely exhausted. They just want to go back to their normal lives. They want to go back to their normal lives. They don't want the dictatorship. They don't want this. So I do feel there's still continuous fighting. But, like I said, they've put the spies in. So it's kind of, they're able to sort things out before they happen. So frustrating, isn't it, guys? So the Netherlands just keeps on keeping on, really. They just keep... Well, when you got spies in there, it's hard to have your meetings and discuss things, isn't it, when the information's going back to the honchos? And that's just what I'm getting. That's how corrupt these people are. Like, why would you do that to the people of your own nation? I don't get it. Anyway, let's see what else we get. I'm getting England. I'm getting sushi. I'm getting visions of sushi perspiring. He's dripping in sweat. He's freaking out. Sushi's currently freaking out. He's trying to keep it together, and he makes out everything's good and wonderful in the media light. But inside, he's like, what do they call that saying? Oh, I don't know. I can't think of it. I've heard of one, shitting bricks, but it's like, he's just... that's a terrible saying, isn't it? He's just sweating. It's showing me him profusely sweating because he's getting himself so worked up now. Because you got to remember, all he wanted was the red carpet to go down, be glued down, and then we have the coronation and everything just gets on with it. And of course, we know they always have their little secret kickbacks from everything they achieve, their goal setting. They're very big goal setters. We know Sushi is. So I feel like things aren't going as he planned. So he's just sweating now. He's sweating on all this. He wants it to just go to the next level, but it isn't. It's so good because people are standing up. They don't want 15-minute cities. Who would want a 15-minute city? And like I said, you can't even be a day tripper and go for a day trip. You can't. It's just ridiculous. What did they think was going to happen, honestly? So we've got Sushi just profusely sweating. Because he's getting all angry, frustrated, showing me, the red face with the steam coming out of the ears. He's getting angry, but he's got to keep it together because he's got to pretend to the people that he's very happy with how it's all going, even though he isn't. So he's very overwhelmed with annoyance is probably the word, and he's getting really infuriated internally, which is showing the perspiration on the outside. He's sweating. Hang on. I'm getting the people of London are becoming scared of their government. They're not trusting their government now. This is happening. This is happening globally too, but it's happening in London. They're not trusting their government. People are seeing the light. They are. And it's saying that people are just seeing the coronation as just a dumb waste of money. They just see it as a dumb waste of money. Why can't he just sign his things and have a few pictures for the magazines or whatever and be done with it? People don't understand why there's so much being spent on the big fanfare event and the big build up to it all. People just don't get it. They feel like that is a waste of taxpayers' money. That's in London, which it is, isn't it? A giant waste, as usual. Like some submarines that someone like Elbow recently bought. What a giant waste of billions of dollars. Because the people in London don't care. They don't care about the coronation. They don't care for Charles. He just rubs people up the wrong way. He's not endearing. He's not kindly. People aren't warming to Charles. It's just that simple. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting this image of all of us, and the guides keep saying we have to go and smell the roses, but it's showing me the roses are a bud. So it's like they're showing us smelling a rose bud, and then we anticipate, like we can pick that rose, bring it inside, put it in a vase, and we anticipate and know that rose is going to open and blossom and bloom. And that's us waiting for the Great Awakening and the shift. We know it's going to blossom and it's going to bloom, just like the rose. And we can, when you smell a rose, it smells incredible. It's the best smell, isn't it? Oh, I love roses. It's like one of those positive sensory experiences. We know there's more to come. That's what we're getting. That's the message for us. There's more to come. Have a smell of the roses. Stop and smell the roses. But even the buds, we know there's going to be more to come. They're starting to open up now. And that's the people waking up. It is. Very positive experience for us, because we anticipate what's coming. God, even the protests in France, I know it's volatile and violent, but we got to take that as positive, because that means that shitloads of people are waking up in Paris, France. It's fantastic. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I am getting all these protests, all the fight backs, all the strikes, all the things that are going to happen globally. We know they're coming in the next few weeks. It's this chaotic energy. Remember I told you a couple of weeks ago about it was like crossing a road in China or somewhere like that, where the lights change and everyone can cross every which way. I think that happens in New York too, doesn't it? In Times Square or something. And everyone can go in every direction. It's like little ants going. Well, that's what I'm getting in the next few weeks to month and a half. It's chaotic energy. It's this chaotic energy of people moving. It's chaotic. That's what I'm getting. That's the protests, the strikes, the fight backs. It's all very chaotic and a little disorganized, because I think what the guides are trying to say is that, for example, they're using the pension rises in Paris. New Zealand might use something else. In Australia, it might be just let's drop the mandates, or it could be anything. UK, it might be around the cost of living, these kind of things, renewables, the cost of fuel going up. Everyone's going to be standing for different things. That's just what I'm getting. Everyone's going to be standing for different things. And this is what's going to cause like a bit of chaos, because people won't be able to work it out. Well, not us, because we know what the go is. But the people waking up will be trying to work out, well, why are they protesting for that? Well, we're protesting for this. Why is the UK protesting about that? But we're all going through that. So there's a lot of there's going to be a lot of confusion in the next month and a half, definitely, because people are going to be fighting back for all different reasons. I said they would, and all different things are going to be focused on. For example, we talked about Hippo is going to be on the renewables, the climate change kind of thing. At the moment, Australia's obviously all concerned about war and everything like that, so we've got to get our submarines. This is the kind of stuff. Sushi. Oh, yeah, the rollout of the 15-minute cities, all about renewables, saving the planet, all this crap. But people are like, what's happening? It's this chaotic energy, because no one can piece it together. Oh, I wish they would piece it together. I've written down the Great Reset. France says no to the Great Reset. I know you guys have too. You put it in their faces and they still don't put it together. Like, what's a Great Reset? Oh, my God. Please look up the Great Reset. That's what you want to type into your Facebook pages. Please go check out the Great Reset. It'll answer all your questions. God, help me. They're showing me that the sleepwalkers and the people waking up in the bubble denial suits are starting to do a bit more of their puzzle. I keep talking about it at the moment as it's like doing a big Where's Wally puzzle, and they'd only done the border, but now they're starting to move into the interior. They're starting to fill in their puzzle by protesting and striking back and figuring things out. Oh, at last. It's very slow though. Like I say, it's the hardest puzzle in the world. The Where's Wally puzzle with 1,000 Wallies on it. But it's the Great Reset puzzle, really, that they can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. All right, let's see if there's something else to say. I'm feeling at the moment like there's a backlog of information coming through. And I do feel this is around the CV virus. I feel there's a lot more that has happened that we're not even aware of to do with the CV virus. I mean, we all know about myocarditis, the shingles, heart attacks, strokes, blah, 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 blood clots, the whole thing. But I think there's going to be even more things that are going to come from these jabs. See, what you got to remember, people haven't talked about it. Remember, they've been too scared. So when they're coming together in these truth movements, then we start to find out about other things. And as I keep saying to you, time is moving along. We're 3 years into this now. Suddenly, there's going to be women who might not be able to fall pregnant, or people who their periods might have stopped, monthlies rather, might have stopped when they had an injection, and now they're wanting to have kids and something's happened, and then they're linking that together. We don't know about these sterility things. So there could be a lot of other things that are going to start to come out too, guys. And the source might go back to the same kind of reason, perhaps the pinwheel. Who knows? But that's just what I'm getting. That there's going to be a lot more things on the rise. God knows what was in those jabs. Probably best that people don't know, actually. Because it could be a mind over matter thing. If they don't know, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, if you put your thoughts on things, that could be quite scary for a lot of people. And then they can kind of create and manifest things, can't they? You do have to wonder, don't you? Anyway, let's keep going. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. Hang on. Oh, they go through the whole lot of music. Oh my God. Hang on. I'm getting John Denver. I'm getting Country Roads, that song. Country roads take me home to a place I belong in West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I'm just getting that song today. Hang on a minute. I'm not sure of the connection there, guys, but I'm just getting that song. It probably means that we need to keep heading to the country and relaxing and staying away from the cities, especially the 15-minute cities in the UK, for example. Hang on. God, I'm getting Lenny Kravitz as well. I'm getting that. Are you gonna go my way? Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Are you gonna go my way? How's that song go? Such a good song. I love Lenny Kravitz. He's so cool, isn't he, with his dreadlocks? I'm getting that song. Are you gonna go my way? Meaning, are they gonna come our way? Are they gonna go our way? Are they gonna come our way? One of the two. I'm just getting that song. Are you gonna go my way? Oh, I love that song when it's played really loud and pumping really loud. It's so cool. I'm getting that song today, meaning they got to come our way. In order to get freedom back, they have to leave the narrative. So are you going to go my way? It's us probably singing to them, come our way. Hang on a sec. God, I'm getting that song. It's an old song. Just for the sleepwalkers of people waking up. 'Cause I'm a creep and I'm a winner. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, it's called creep. That's what I'm getting for these people waking up. They don't belong there in that narrative anymore. They know it. They're trying to get out. They're zipping off the bubble denial suits and taking them off. They're trying to get out of the narrative, guys. They really are. They are trying to exit. And I'm getting that song, 'cause I'm a creep. I don't belong here. Oh, they don't belong there, do they? They need to exit now and get their freedom back, because if they don't, they're going to be stuck there. I'm definitely getting that song today. Hang on a minute. Let me see if there's some message for us today. Oh, the guides are so funny. They take the piss out of us sometimes. They really do. They're giving me that song. You know how we were talking in the beginning of the song about the whip. These people were whipping their government in these countries like Paris, France, Germany, Belgium, Munich. I'm getting that song by, is it Devo? Whip it good. Do. Crack that whip. We got to keep whipping our government into shape. Shape it up. Get straight. Go forward. Move ahead. See, the words are great. That's the song I'm going to leave us with today. We've got to keep moving ahead and going straight and whipping our government to stop with all the nonsense and garbage. Well, we're actually not doing it. It's actually the sleepwalkers that are having these protests and fight backs. You can if you choose to. It doesn't matter. It's just a personal choice. But you got to make sure that you protect yourself from all that angry, volatile energy that these people are erupting into their pain bodies. So be very careful. So I'm going to leave you with that song today. I'm sure it's Devo. Whip it. Whip it good. Do. Crack that whip. Great song. All right, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday afternoon here. I'm off to watch some footy on TV. My team's playing the Salvo, the Sharkies. All right, take care. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. Please subscribe. And I'll catch up to your comments very soon, guys. I'm a bit hopeless. It takes me a day or two sometimes to get back to them. All right, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.